Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Hacks and Wins podcast, where we talk everything about international students' life in Canada. I am Ava, and I will be your host. Today, we're talking about some things that we felt we should have known before coming to Canada. I don't want to call it regrets, but some things that we feel that if we had known, our life might have been better than it is now. But of course, we've corrected our mistakes and we've moved on. And I have two beautiful men with me joining me for the discussion. They've been on our show a couple of times, but they'll still give us a brief intro about themselves.
Hi, I'm Alfred, graduate student in public administration at University of Regina. Nice to be back here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
My name is Bumi. For every Ghanaian watching this podcast, I'm back again, but there's no roasting anyone. My name is Bumi, basically, and I'm a graduate student. I went to at the University of Regina. You know, it feels somehow when you say you're a graduate. I'm a graduate student in GSGS, and I really wish one of these days GSGS would just leave and be on their own, so you can say you're a graduate student, but you're more loyal to your which is understandable.
The thing is, like, I used to be like, oh, it has to be JSGS, until I realized that when they give you a degree, it doesn't say JSGS. It says University of Regina.
Right.
So you really
so like that's the reason. And like you still attend, your name still shows up in the University of Regina convocation booklet, everything. So it's like,
and you still have to do your convocation in that gym place.
We'll have a convocation in JSGS before we have one in UFR.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I just know the UFR is in a gym place.
They do decorate the gym
It's
nicely.
not a gym
though.
place. It's where we're having the convocation. At that time, it no longer becomes a gym.
But
That is true.
Is it true that they would imagine a school doesn't have a massive hall?
They used to do it at the Connexus Arts Center, and then COVID happened. And then after COVID happened, it disrupted things a little bit. And with like cost savings and everything, it's like, oh, there's a perfectly big gym that can accommodate 3,000 plus people. Why not just use what we already have? I think that's their logic.
Yeah, and I agree with that. They give space. But truly, do they still call people for their degrees?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody. And you have to sit through the entire... If they call your name first, you have to wait till the last name on the list is called.
It's
like respectful, you know?
Waited
just
for
like
you
the call to buy in Nigeria.
Yeah, they waited for you. You have to wait for
in
them.
Nigeria, you have to stand up till they finish calling the last person.
You don't have to stand.
We have to stand.
This place, they don't.
No,
they
you
don't
don't have
stand.
to stand.
Because the
You
Chief
sit,
Justice is
when it's your
standing.
turn, then you just go.
You go. But like they keep the ceremony under 2 hours.
Oh, really good.
The June ceremony, because there's so many people graduating at that time, it takes place over 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah,
The ceremony in
I think they
October is
split
only
it.
one because there aren't that many people graduating in October.
So when are you guys graduating?
I'm October.
Oh, October, yeah, I'm in June.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
the June one is too big. I don't know. I like the I did
My
the
dear,
October
it's
one
not
for.
it's too big. You have no option but to graduate in October.
That is true, but like I think it is me. What's it called? Timing it right, because like I really enjoyed my October convocation from undergrad, and I think it just makes sense.
Like
I
less
think
people.
if he had
Less
his
people,
way,
yeah.
attention on
he
you.
would have
kinda.
done it in June. But
Me?
No,
him.
I actually would not have done it in June if I could have my way. I would still keep October.
Right.
June's a little bit too hot to be like standing outside and taking pictures. I don't know. So,
But then in October, if you're not too fortunate and the weather is not good, you don't
then you
get
take
you don't
pictures
get
inside.
beautiful pictures.
Anyhow, it's perfect.
But private photographers are not allowed now. So
No, you can do like the photo shoot.
private
before.
photographers are not allowed.
I don't think so.
Not inside the hall, no.
Not maybe.
But then
not.
I love the idea of JSGS as. I'm sorry we're bringing this thing out.
It's fine. I mean, we have to
The
talk about
idea
it's all about
JSGS
our school life.
as about having your portrait. They have a photographer. They put your portrait in the entrance of the admin building.
Oh yeah. That's true.
I've never been to one, so that'd
then
be
that
cool
place
to
is
see.
going to be full soon because
That's good.
our year we are a lot.
No, they will now do probably a wall of.
Smaller.
No, they'll pick selected persons.
Oh, so the pictures there are only selected people?
Yeah, that's not all. No, that's not everyone. No,
Oh, so outstanding.
not like outstanding. They're just
Anybody who showed up for the picture, I think. Because I
Yeah.
think the Faculty of Education does the same thing. You can see all the graduates going back to like the 1980s
Yeah.
on the wall.
Anybody,
in-
it's not everyone that shows up, like you said.
Yeah,
for the
not
picture.
everybody shows
Some people
up.
really do not care. The
Yeah.
only picture I have of my graduation is my call to bar. I don't even go to convocations. And I went to the call to bar because it's important that you have to get called and swear the thing.
Allegiance to the
Yes.
I don't know. I just find it crazy studying law in a lawless country. Like,
He's not Nigerian. Excuse me. He's talking about Ghana.
No!
He's talking about Ghana now. You can't say Nigeria is not lawyers. He's talking about Ghana.
It's Alfred. Alfred, which country are you from?
After we're on a podcast, Nigerians will come for you on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm from Earth.
God bless you.
Sorry, let me be more specific. I'm from the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, sorry. We're like off track here.
No problem.
In
It's
particular, I'm from Ghana. So. Ghana is more lawless. So please, Ghanaians, claim him. No one else. You are not cool many. So you need people.
I beg you. I don't like what you're doing to the Ghanaians. I beg you.
I people many.
Stay in your
You
corner.
need people. He will dash you, Alfred.
Anyway, sure. That's fine. Thank you guys for coming back on the podcast. Yeah. So, Alfred, what is that one thing that's not one thing? It might be a lot because I actually have a lot of things that I wish I had done or I had known before coming to Canada.
I did not realize the importance of like having a driver's license. Especially in a province like this where like you pretty much need a car to get from point A
Yeah.
to point B. That is like essential. But like there's so many like jobs that are conditioned on you having a valid driver's license.
Yeah.
So I remember when I first moved here, I was like 17 at the time. And I was like, oh, there's no need, Like, I had driven a couple of times from my country back home before moving here. But, like, I was
Which
still...
country?
Huh?
Which country?
Why are you particular about the country? Why are you obsessed about the country? Are you not comfortable with your country?
No. But I was not old enough at that time to... like go for a driver's license yet.
Right.
And then when I got here, I did not get on it. I was like, oh, I live on campus. I don't really need to drive many places.
You'll be using the bus.
Yeah, until like a year later, I applied for a summer job. So like here, one of the summer jobs most young people end up doing is like cutting grass.
What do you mean by cutting grass?
Like literally maintaining lawns and cutting,
Right.
like,
Okay, right.
cutting grass. There's like this, the city, the province, they all like take summer students for those roles.
Right.
Like I think if you meet like 10 young people, at least 4 of them have worked like for the city or for the province, like cutting
Undergrads?
grass. Yeah, undergrads at least, because like that's a summer job.
Yeah.
Or like one of the summer job options that are available to you. So I'd gotten this job and everything, and then they were like, "Okay, bring your driver's license." I gave it to them. But at that time, I only had a learner's,
Oh.
and then they rescinded the job offer.
Uh-oh.
And I was absolutely devastated. Because, like, I was working at the time. By that time, I was working, like, a retail position. That was, like, it was basically minimum wage. But, like, it was also a night shift. So they paid you 10% extra.
Oh, okay.
But then this job was going to pay me, like, an added, like, $7-8 an hour. And then because I did not have my Class 5 license,
You just
You didn't get that.
I didn't get it. And I was like, God. Like, that said, nobody, like, told me before I, like, went to take my road test and, like, start the process to make
How
sure
many
that
times
such a
did
thing
you
never...
do your road test?
I did my road test twice.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
It's almost like I think it's a thing. I've hardly met anybody who passed on their first attempt.
Yeah,
brother
like
did.
there's nothing
I have a
too,
friend that
there's no
Oh, you have a
big
friend?
deal about
And I have a
it,
friend that did
really.
it 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah, no, it's like the first one was I did it during COVID, and then they were doing this thing where it was like the examiner is not in the car with you. They're driving behind
was
you,
driving
and
for
there's
the
a
COVID
dash
period.
cam. Yeah, from the COVID period. So like, you're on the phone, it's on speaker. They're telling you what to do, and then there's a dash cam, and then the person who's sitting next to you, who is like has to be like I guess somebody with a class 5 already cannot tell you what to do or else you fail. Anyways, yeah, I did that one. I got like minus 40 something points. I was like, okay, it's not as if I don't know how to drive. I know how to drive. Anyways, I did it again, and like I only got minus 6 points. And like they took 2 points off for driving too fast, 2 points for driving too slow, and another 2 for. He said I didn't shoulder check when I was parallel parking or looking. But I was like, I passed. It's okay.
It's okay. It doesn't matter to
Yes,
you.
exactly. But at this point, like, because the process of getting a driver's license is really long.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have one from your home country. So it is actually important that like you start it right away, even if you don't have a car already.
Just
at
do
least
it.
start the process,
Yeah.
because the whole thing, I think it's like almost a 2.5-year process from your learners to getting like your
2.5
graduated license.
process.
I think it was at least 2 years
Almost
it
2
takes,
years.
because you have to be on like your novice license for I don't know if it's 9 months or 1 year, and then when you get your class 5, there's like further restrictions, or there's less restrictions, but you have to hold that for like 12 years and go 12 months and go accident free. And then there's another one you have to hold for like 6 months and go accident free. And those, so like it's a really long process.
Yeah.
So if I had started earlier, I'd have been at the point where I almost had a graduated license.
Yeah.
And then they would not rescind the offer because I was just on a learner's license. So that was something I wish I had known. And I guess taken action on sooner than I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Wumi, do you?
I think mine would probably be. I think I should have gotten a car the first few weeks I come here. I came around before I start wasting my money on winter jackets and buying.
It's not a waste on winter
I think
jacket.
it's a total waste. I think you can get just a jacket and then get a car. You get warmed up and just go to where you're going.
Oh,
you know?
fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
there were some calculations like, okay, with a limited amount, maybe you have 8,000 or 6,000. Just get a car first. Just get anyone, and start with that. I should have. I think I should have gotten that. And also, what else? I think basically for me that tops the list. And secondly is unnecessarily waiting for buses. I mean, if it's cold and there's no bus coming, take a cab. You just get hypothermia and die.
Mommy, it's not easy as you're saying it if you're on a tight budget. You can't be picking Uber
But
all
it's
the
true.
time.
I'd rather not go out. I'll tell people like Chisom that I'd rather not go out and put myself at the risk of, I don't know how many years I'm going to use on earth. Why am I suffering?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I think if I'd known maybe most of those basic rules, like you don't have to go out all the time. And again, when you're maybe looking for a job, the idea of maybe dropping CVs randomly would maybe not work 90% of the time.
No, can you
shouldn't.
explain that better? I don't understand.
For me, getting a job here, you tend to get a job more if you're referred. So probably aligning yourself with very, very important persons that can actually get you referred for a job. Might be mentors, might be elderly persons, might be persons in your church or organization or your soccer pitch or anything. But you need people, basically.
Yeah.
It would make you move faster than just applying in isolation.
That's true.
The
But
first job I
somebody-
got, I didn't even
Sorry,
submit a
you
CV.
finish. I'll ask you a follow up.
My first 2 jobs, I submitted a CV after getting the job. You know, just,
For formality's sake, yeah.
Wow,
Maybe
you were
just-
fortunate to
not
that.
even being fortunate. Come on, I was here months without a job, but then I got a job overnight. Just called, I'm like, hello, this person is my brother. Like my brother, you have to like, no problem. All right. We're doing
I don't
orientation in
understand.
2
Who was
weeks.
your brother? The one who called you?
The
was-
person who called just called the office and like, this person will send the CV. He's my brother. You need a job. You have to give him this job. And oh, we're doing an orientation in 2 weeks. You can come. Well, then let him just when he has time, let him send his CV.
Wow.
That was it.
Wow.
And I've been applying. You see, it gets you faster when you have people like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Less
a space in my
stress.
office. I think you should apply. I'll take it up from here. But just apply. People like that, you know. And you can find them in churches. You can find them in maybe your social gatherings in school and all that, you know. Not so people that would rather come to Canada or places like this and sit down at home and apply. I think the road is going to be long. You know?
I agree with you, but Bumi, you know, it's not everybody who comes here and knows somebody.
But go to
And-
church. We chase you. Go and play football. Go to Alfred soccer pitch. Meet people. Talk to people in class.
Let me give you a scenario. So you come here when it's winter.
Yeah.
There's no soccer pitch. You're not going out there to-
Indoor.
You don't wanna go to church?
I play indoor soccer. There's grass.
You have
No,
to-
well, not grass.
No,
There's turf.
I'm just coming from a point with somebody who is just coming.
Let me tell you how one of my friends
knows
got a
nobody.
job, right? Let me tell you, she knows nobody. But then in class, she found a friend. So they look for they're looking for jobs together.
Right.
So I think the friend got a job and they need one more person.
Oh,
So she just recommended her. I have a friend with the same qualifications. I don't mind. Like, you can call her. Now, she got a job through talking to people in class. But you have persons that will just, I don't know anybody.
yeah. And that's another thing. You don't have to. I mean, you can keep some things to yourself, but you need to, you know, open up and talk to people.
You can't survive here alone.
Yeah.
It's already depressing here because cold
Winter is coming.
you know,
Winter is coming.
people here are resources. They are gifts.
Yeah.
You need to talk. You need to meet people, have friends, you know. You go further with that.
All right. So, what advice do you have for somebody who's like an introvert? She doesn't want to open up. Like she want to keep.
There's
to
survival, and there's, you know, I don't believe in all this Capricorn, Cancer. When you're left with
Are you a
surviving,
Capricorn?
I don't even, I'm something. You know, you're left with survival, practical survival. And that's why you find some atheists, with absolute due respect, when push comes to shove, Jesus, and the atheists, an accident is happening, or they're trying. You have to call on something, you know. There's always this thing.
Yeah.
So you're an introvert, right? And you spent all your dimes. There's no food, there's no job. You don't want to talk to people, and you keep saying, I'm an introvert. I can't keep doing it. At some point, what will push you out will push you out. You have no choice than to talk to people. You know, you have no point. And I've someone also is graduated now. He said he doesn't like, you know, talking to course advisors, taking problems to them. He's an introvert.
If I hadn't
But
spoken to my course advisor,
when the school had to send him a message that is that you pay your fees or you drop out, and if you drop out, they would have to inform RCC that you're no more in school.
Ooh.
So you have to go back to your country. You have to go to the course advisor. See the problem. See what is going on. You know, that's when you're faced with practical survival, like you're going into extinction, quote unquote, practically. You'd have no choice than to be an extrovert. Nobody's saying you should go outside and carry a megaphone and talk. Just talk. Talk to people. Meet people.
it's not
the basic-
easy. You know, you and I mean, the three of us here are okay.
I'm an
talking.
introvert too.
Wait.
I'm an antisocial extrovert.
What people don't know is some of us that talk, including Alfred self. Most of these persons are actually introverts. Most of them grew up being shy. Most of them don't even
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
But then when life throws whatever at you, you just have no choice.
You gotta be whatever you need to be
Yes.
to succeed.
Exactly.
And if that means
Talking to
to
you have
people when you maybe do not want to, you do it. I don't know. God knows I would love to be in my couch every minute of every single
You
day.
have to work.
But I can't do that. I have
can't
to
do
work
that.
and
Yeah.
I have to make or forge, you know, positive relationships with people I work with, and that involves.
I hope you're not
talking to
forcing
them.
your relationship with me. It's not fun.
No, Eva, you're cool. You're cool. Like I don't know. I wouldn't need to force it. If I was forcing it, it would be obvious. Actually, no. I'm a terrible actor. So like, if I don't like you, it would be difficult for me to hide that I don't like you. But no, you're cool.
I don't like football. I don't watch it, but I try to keep up because I don't want to sound dumb when I'm talking to someone and be like, oh, you're Chelsea or Manchester United fan, and I can't name 5 players. I become, I desperate. I do not like it at all, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
But then if you ask Alfred, oh, is he managing to be your friend? I would say me, I'm managing because you're Ghanaian. So
I didn't again.
you should ask your second question.
Repeat that again.
I think my Ghanaian friend should pay me for being their friend.
Wow.
You know,
Why?
So,
Why should we pay you?
Alfred, is it easy to be friends with somebody from a broke country? No,
I don't
come
know.
on.
That's a Nigerian audacity.
Giant of Africa.
There is like there
You
was
don't
like
want to say that thing. You want to say,
there was
Alfred, there are Nigerians that watch this podcast.
No. I'm just saying Nigerians have this like serious like superiority complex that may or may not be founded on sand. But like it's okay. At the end of the day, everybody's going to be all right. So like,
Absolutely, but
we'll be okay.
we have been all right. If they are all right, fine.
Are we all right?
Yes, we are. As far as this podcast is concerned, later we can talk about whatever is happening in Nigeria. But because you should understand that 70% of the persons that watch this podcast are Ghanaians. And of course, I love the reviews from the last one. Most of them even like me. Because of them, I'm keeping quiet. Even not because of them, I'll talk. But let's just keep quiet and go ahead, please.
I told you, we just love you guys, and you guys love us as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
so-
for me, I think them not to do jollof rice thing. I don't want them to cancel me from my country. But all
That
right.
We're still
one-
on this.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
we
all
just
the whites,
enjoy
all the
food.
whites are
Just
saying that our
enjoy
jollof is the
food.
best.
Just enjoy
I mean, let's
food.
not talk about this.
It doesn't matter who cooks it as long as it enters your stomach.
Do you know why
I
he's
don't
talking
think
like
your
this?
stomach tells.
He cooks well.
I
He's
do
a
cook.
Alfred is a good cook.
He cooks
Yes,
well.
thank
But
you.
for some of us that we are in the other department of estranging food, we have to know.
Okay, sorry. We'll get back on topic. Yeah.
Right, sure. Right. So for me, I think I wish I knew how to braid because I could have braided my own hair. See how my hair is. I'm not able to, like, I can twist it and all, but I can't really braid it like how some of my friends can braid their own, with their wigs. And it's something that I really wish I had taken it seriously in Ghana before coming. If not to even make money out of, like, braiding for people, for myself.
So you love
Like,
braids?
Sorry, I love braids.
That's the only hair I know anyway. So
Oh, but you don't know about weave-ons, like wearing long hair.
I don't even know the names.
Man, I
think
gotta
there are
stay.
names.
I learned to stay out of women's business.
You know?
That is.
So you don't buy weaves for your girlfriends?
I don't go to buy it. You buy it.
Alfred, how about you? Oh, yeah.
I have never had a girlfriend who needed to wear.
Oh, so you've been dating, like,
People that are all natural.
No.
white girls.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, wow.
If we're going to put it like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So I
Right.
don't.
So are you dating now?
I really
No, I'm
want
not
this
dating now.
Oh, right.
podcast to get to Nigeria so they can drag this guy. so they can drag. Oh God.
Right. Then you're fortunate because sometimes.
Fuck
Is
it.
that
Wow.
fortunate? I don't know if it's
No,
fortunate.
because they are not he's not spending any money when it
Oh,
comes
okay.
to, hair stuff, hair products, nothing.
All right.
They have it naturally. You've been fortunate.
It's an
Like, are you
it's
still
an
fortunate?
economist.
Are you still dating? Like,
No, I am currently single, but I would like to state that I am an equal opportunity lover. It doesn't matter what you look like. If we vibe, we vibe. That is all.
Right, sure. Right. I mean, it's good you've made it clear. So
Yes, I don't
people
want anybody to think that,
can
like,
contact
It's
you.
still
I
not
mean,
allowed in Nigeria, guys. It belongs to the white. It's not part of it.
No. I think, like I said earlier, I'm from the northern
Absolutely, you have to
Earth.
just claim that green, white, green is not a color. Even though we know it's the best flag in the world, not some star boy.
Are you talking about a
No,
black
no,
star?
my dear, no.
Okay, then we're all
Any
good
country
now.
that has star, one star inside their flag will know what we're talking about. So I'm not mentioning them.
That's right.
Right. But you think I'm not going to ask you? I'm still going to ask you.
That what?
You buy some weaves?
No, I've never had the
You
cost
don't
to
buy.
buy
It's because you don't want to buy. She
I
likes
don't know if they'll
natural.
sell fake for me and I'll give them. You know, they say one is tangling, one is not tangling, one is this. I don't know it. So. And what you don't know, just stay out of. Just stay.
Exactly. That is it. And like, you know, like I guess the foundation of every society is that not everybody is supposed to know everything.
No.
Some people are what you're an expert in, I don't have to be an expert in.
Yeah.
And we can only move forward is if we let people who know what they're doing go for what they know.
Yeah, and I think it's just safer to give them money if you have to give the gift. Like,
Yeah.
the person knows. For women, I want to believe they know what they like, you know, and where they get it.
Yeah.
So,
But sometimes we appreciate it when you guys surprise us.
I know, but the problem would have to be maybe, or the good thing would be you must have told him, okay, this is where I get my earphone.
he's
This
attentive.
is.
No, but
Yes.
you realize that like I like her. Like
Would you be happy
If you say you like her, I don't know exactly what that means.
You know,
no, you've been with me for a while. You know I like changing my hairstyle. Maybe
like, that's-
maybe if it's my jeans, you know I'm a jeans person.
what if you get you a tangled wig? Would you not be happy? And you know the problem is you say, oh, I got this for 150,000. So I'm like, oh, they cheated you. You should have got it for
150 what? I'm sorry. 1,000 what?
No, it's not. It's no.
Hey.
As far as I'm concerned, for the purpose of this podcast, that's the only relevant currency.
Is it?
No, we're Canada. Oh, please, so sorry. Canadian dollars. I beg you.
right.
Maybe 250 card, 300 card. You know,
Yeah.
and they tell you they've cheated you, so it's better they just go buy it. So.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just unfortunate when you are buying. I mean, especially when you're buying the weaves, because you don't know it very well. You get to buy something. You think you've bought something good, but I think just the effort of you making that effort, trying, we appreciate that. So
Well, at the end of the day, everybody will be all right. Buy the weave, don't buy the weave.
So your girlfriend understand.
They will understand.
They
Buy the
understand.
weave or give them the money for the wig or the gift card for the wig. Everybody will be all right.
right, yeah. So that's about me learning how to braid. If I got the opportunity, I will. And I think when I go back to Ghana for my vacation, I
Vacation in Ghana.
it's one thing that I'm going to seriously take upon me to do before I
When are you
come
going
back.
for a vacation in Ghana?
I don't even know yet.
You're denying you don't want to go to your
Oh, I'll go.
She's going to graduate first.
Oh, true.
Yeah. And then
So that'll be next year then.
she'll graduate, make money, and then go.
Oh, that's a long
Yes,
time.
and we'll have to go with her because she's going. It's not just vacation. We're
And
going
you
for
go
her
to
wedding.
Ghana anyway. Oh yeah, yeah.
So
No, but she's getting married in Canada.
no,
Guys, I beg you, we're not talking about my marriage here.
no. We're all going for that wedding. It'll be nice to visit Ghana
She's
again.
getting
It's been a
married in
long
Ghana.
time.
Why are you getting married? Is it Canada? Or
I will
Ghana?
tell you when the time is right. Please,
the
let's
time is
move
right.
on.
When they tell you when the time is right, that's. But I shall know she's getting married in Canada.
Nah,
You're going to
So
that
it's not
place
between
to-
Canada and
There-
Ghana.
there'll
He's
be-
saying Ghana, you were saying
I
Canada.
think there'll be some sort of ceremony for her friends here in Canada.
Yeah,
but like
probably.
those of us who know Eva like outside of class, we have to go to Ghana. I'm sorry, we have to land at that's
They call
Accra
it
Airport.
Kotoka Airport.
Yes, we
Do
have
you know
to.
what that name
we
means?
have
It
to
means
land-
slippers.
Slippers.
That's the name of that airport, right?
Well, I do think it's a pretty airport.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So
But why
like,
do you name that kind of pretty edifice slippers? The irony of a country.
That's a name. That's
Hey,
his
sorry,
name.
whoever is bearing that name, I don't know. But that's what my Ghanaian friends told me that
I know.
the name is slippers.
I don't know where Burmese need to compete with Ghana always comes
No,
from.
there's no
Okay,
competition
sorry,
here.
not no
He's
competition.
competing with
No!
us.
No competition.
No, come on. Nigeria competing with Abba. It should be Uganda, Zimbabwe.
Nah.
Sorry, please.
Nah.
But no.
Well, I'm not like Bumi. Like I said, I'm equal
just laugh.
opportunity.
I'm an equal opportunity person. Too.
Everything.
Anyways, right.
I'm an equal opportunity person.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. Go on.
It's fine. It's fine.
You want to learn. You wanted to learn how to
braid
your hair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So is that why you don't braid? Is that why you?
No, I do braid. I do braid sometimes, but sometimes I get tired about it, and I just want to leave.
An average cost for everyone watching to braid in Regina is what?
If you want a very decent one, you should budget between 150 and 200.
That will bap for 6 months.
I mean, I cut my hair twice a year, and I spend $30 each time.
Are you serious? So you're just spending $60?
Oh, sorry. Now it's 40.
Lucky.
Yeah.
45.
When I moved here, Lucky was like operating out of his basement, so it was like $20. But he's moved up now and has an actual store. So
40. So it's $40.
So it's now like $40.
Maybe he was lucky. Maybe just people who watching. Who
Oh,
want
he's
to know.
like the guy for haircuts in Regina.
I think we have a couple of persons now, though.
Well, I guess there are a couple, but like most people you talk
Yeah.
to,
Especially Africans.
especially Africans, like 7 in 10 African men have had their hair cut
At
by
Lucky.
Lucky before, or
Right.
at Lucky's salon before.
Yeah.
I guess now that it's like bigger, I don't know how many people have
Lucky
actually
should
been
pay
cut
you.
by Lucky, but
Yeah,
like,
so lucky.
but no,
They have
no,
a
it's-
women's salon too.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have a women's salon.
Right, I
'Cause
should
He owns
patronize
the
him
business
then.
with his wife.
Oh.
So like they run.
They have a website you should
Yeah.
check.
Right, I'll check them out.
But yeah, no, I how many times I've cut my hair twice this year. The first time I didn't want to cut it, but there was like a work function. We're having like a gala at my old job, and my boss was like, "I think you'd look better with your hair cut."
Uh-oh.
No, in the nicest way, of course.
Okay.
Of course. No, in the nicest way.
Right.
And I was like, honestly, I don't want to cut my hair. And he was like, you know what? No, you're getting a haircut. So he called this barber, paid him, and is like, this guy's going to come to you tomorrow. Give him a nice haircut. So I didn't pay for that one. And then the second one, went to some guy's apartment for the haircut. And like, it was also a great haircut. But I have vowed to not cut my hair until I graduate school. So that means I've done my 2 haircuts for the year, and
Wow.
I've spent a total of $25 on my hair.
Whoa.
You know, in this economy, we can't be cutting our hair like that.
If you are complaining of this economy, what do you want? What do you want?
But no,
Oh, you're gonna mention.
No,
Just say
that's
that.
crazy to me. But like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I've
Yeah.
gotta say, those braids always look so fine.
Yeah.
I wish I could like walk up to
how many
somebody and
weeks,
be
how many
like,
months do
your
you
hair
get to
looks
carry
great.
it?
But
Right. Sorry.
How many weeks or months do you get to carry the braids?
It depends. It depends on the individual. I can do it for like a month. But
1 month, $100. Gee.
How many
but
months do you want it to be?
paying that amount of money, you are forced to keep it for like 2 months or 3 months.
Because
But then you have to also, keep it
Look
well
at
so
your-
that
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't, have a funny and all that in there.
You know, one thing I'm interested in is like, how does like winter affect African
Yeah.
women's hair?
Trust me, it's crazy. I've had lots of people always saying that their hair started breaking off during the winter.
Because it's like so
And there's
cold.
the reason why I'm happy I'm not even having the perm hair, because it's actually difficult maintaining the perm hair during
Yeah.
the winter. And with this, people are almost everybody's telling, won't you braid? Won't you? And I was like, I just took off some braids like not
Fair
too
enough.
long ago, and I'm okay. Like, I want to wait. Maybe Christmas I would braid or something, but I don't know.
That's crazy.
$150. God.
Mad.
It's a lot of money.
Okay.
It's
I
a
mean,
lot of money.
power to you all.
And you have to
like-
now buy the weave itself. The
That's like
$150,
$200.
the $150 is without the weave.
Jeez. That's like $200, man.
And depending on the length that you want will also determine how much you're adding more to it.
Oh, God, dude.
Mad.
Imagine you're standing, like you're working and you're being paid $13 per hour.
And then you have to buy.
And you have your rent, your bills are waiting for you. You have to be doing this like that.
That's true. So it is a skill to at least, even if it's like have a friend who
Yes.
can give you at a subsidized
Yes.
subsidized rates or like
Yeah.
do it yourself.
Right. And if you have a friend who does it and you also know how to do it, you do it for her, she does it for you. I mean,
There you go.
That's
it's
great.
just a cool story.
You know, here's
You
a
were-
revolutionary idea. How about everybody just did low cut?
No, it won't
Like we
fit
all cut our
everybody.
hair.
Yes.
It won't fit everybody.
It won't fit everybody.
Right, so it won't.
I feel like it's not the hairstyle, it's like how you carry yourself in the hairstyle.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
people, you can pull off anything.
Right.
Now
If
you
you
sound
carry
like a
it-
motivational speaker. It's in you.
I don't know. I think that's genuinely what I believe.
You know, a lawsuit can arise from this podcast. You will advise somebody to go and do low cut, and you call them emotional and mental. They will take an action against you. I'm recusing myself.
I would like to state that everybody should do this. Constitutes no professional advice whatsoever. These are solely my opinions, and I am not responsible for the actions that may happen as a result of me expressing my opinions. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Right. So, Bumi, you're asking me how much I need to buy like a weave, right?
No, I just like everything would go into like $200, right?
Yeah, basically everything will go into it because I had some weaves that I brought from Ghana, so I don't know how much is it to buy like a weave here, but I think a friend said it's around like $11 for that whole strand of weave that you need like 2 or 3 depending on the length of your hair that you want.
Oh, like
So
$200.
like you're saying, it's almost like $200.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And when
so
I
Yvonne
was
is carrying $200 like this. Yvonne is rich.
That's what I say. Never let a woman tell you she's broke. Like,
They are not broke.
oh, please, you guys shouldn't
They are
do
never
that.
broke.
We need the money.
They have never. If you see a woman saving, you will run away. They are richer than you.
nah, I've never listened when a woman told me
They are
she's
richer
broke.
than
I
you,
just
they are not.
I just used to look.
They are
I
broke.
just used
It's
to
your own
look.
destitution. Like if a woman says they are broke, just now you are all down there.
It's like I'm broke, but the reason I'm broke is because I have 200 in my checking. The
No, but
6,000 in my
imagine
savings
we're
is still
doing-
there.
You know that's their broke.
That's a woman's definition of broke. So like, power to you. Like,
No,
keep
no,
it going.
A woman will have. If a woman tells you don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
They have
No.
savings in savings. They
Yeah.
save inside savings. They have different.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm broke, but man, I don't like it when my bank account goes below 10,000, and now it's 9,800. I'm broke. That's a woman's definition of being broke. Nah. It's okay. It's
And what's
okay.
your man's definition of being broke?
He literally cannot
RBC
afford,
low account warning.
or oh God. A man's definition of being broke is when he can't afford coffee to like go on a coffee date, because that is like $10 minimum.
Oh wow.
And
If a
you
man
don't even
is not
have
broke. He's not broke. He just believes you get by until he's like what he says until it's rock bottom broke.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I've known brokenness. I think I've seen all the definitions of brokenness. Oh, sorry, male brokenness.
Because it's different, you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
That's where you realize, like, the food in your house can go such a long way.
You know.
It takes this rest at home to a new level.
God.
Oh, Fred. Right.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So yeah. So imagine we going through all this. I mean, it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot for us. So if you have the skills, to all my ladies who are planning to come to Canada, please, if you don't know how to braid, please try and learn it before coming. It will be helpful for yourself, and you can even make money out of it. So please, let's try and get that skill before coming. And also, I am not much into sewing, but if you also have that skill,
Oh, yeah.
it's expensive to sew it.
I
Like-
call my
Like
jean.
alterations.
Alteration.
I call my jean. For
That's the
about
biggest fraud.
$35.
That's the biggest fraud out there. Is all those alterations.
Chain
people.
buttons for like $10. It's crazy.
It's brutal. It's
So-
absolutely brutal.
So we had one class that I had to ask permission because like I was going for a wedding. I was a bridesmaid and all that, and I was sewing in Ghana, and the lady needed my measurement because she's not too sure whether I put on or I've lost it. So I went for a lady to measure me, and she was like, "Okay." I didn't know because in Ghana I could just walk to my seamstress and I'll say, "Okay, or even the seamstress close to me because I mean we're just friends."
It's
and
just measurements.
just
yeah.
measurement. So I said, "Okay, please, I need a favor." She was like, "What's the favor?" And I said, "I need you to measure me, and I have to." I said, "Oh, it's not a favor; it's a service." I was like,
I
okay.
love that name. I love that word.
It's
not a
a-
favor.
It's,
It's a
it's a
service.
service.
How much you pay? For the
I thought I was
measurement?
going to pay $5 or $10. She said $30.
Hey.
Highest. $30.
$30, my dear, for just the measurement.
Did you pay?
What do you guys think?
I think you did because you're rich.
Yeah, that's true. It was rich.
Yes.
And on the other hand,
I'm not,
the measurements
please.
had already happened. So at that point, the service had been rendered. You can't say you can't pay anymore.
Right. So I told her that, oh, okay, I didn't know. I'll be back.
And you were never back.
So you lied.
And I left and I went to Dollarama and I went to buy a tape measure.
And you measured yourself.
And I measured myself. But when I did, my seamstress was like, "Oh, there was left with one thing." And I was like, "Okay, to be on a safer side so that I get everything right, there's another person. Let me just go to her and ask her." She also said same $30, and because I wanted to know if it's just
It's a thing or
but it was a thing. But the lady was like, "Okay, because I'm just new, she'll just do it for me. I should just pay $10." So
Oh.
I was like, "Okay, it was okay." So I did. But now I have my tape measure, and if anything, I'm going to do everything myself. So imagine if I
Yeah.
had all these things.
So do you know how to do it professionally now?
I know how to do it, but of course it will not be professionally because I haven't learned that
Because
skill.
I need to know in case I have to do measurements, so I come and meet you.
I don't know, man. Just buy
You're
buy
going to pay
measuring
that
tape and
$30.
measure yourself.
No, but
I
then
don't
if you're sewing if you're going to sew a suit like for yourself as a guy, and you need a professional tailor in Nigeria to do that, you can't do it yourself.
Oh yeah, I
Because
haven't
there's
thought
some-
about that for suits. Because like for me, the suits I got, I went to like Moore's, and then they like, because I didn't want to like, it was like in March, and I just
got a
received
suit here, right?
Yeah, I just received my tax refund money, and like I was like rich.
Is that
and
tax
what's-
refund? When is it coming?
So you file your
But we
taxes.
just did it not too long ago.
Eva. Eva, please.
No, you file you file your taxes for like this year in like
Yeah, December,
beginning of
January.
February, and then like a couple of weeks. No, not
but
January.
that
Like
money
at least
too was
February.
some cool money.
Oh God, man! I think that year I got like 3,000 plus.
Jeez.
Oh,
Like it's absolutely crazy. So I was like swimming in money. I'm like, what better way to use this money than
So how
like?
much did you get a pair of suit there?
I think I spent like 560 because I customed everything from like the material, and like it's like customized and says my name inside the suit and like everything. So like they did the measurements
should go
and
there.
everything there for me for like
I
500
should
and
go
something.
there.
And then like after
Where
it
are
comes and
they?
you wear it, the alterations are, I think the alterations are free if you like did that whole custom process with them.
oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Is it double
So
button?
that looks fancy.
It wasn't double, but it was just like your regular 3-piece suit. Yeah. But like you could essentially choose whatever you wanted. And they would
do it for
make it
you.
happen.
Right.
That's it for like my native wear and such. My tailor from back home, he somehow still knows
Your size and all.
my size, even
Wow,
though I have
that's a
not seen that man
professional.
in 5 years. Because like every year or so, I receive like a new batch, and it's like this man has not seen me yet.
But
Okay,
he
like
always gets
granted,
it
some are
right.
like a miss, but like if I receive 4, 3 of them are my perfect size, and I have been expanding and contracting since I moved to Canada, and
Right.
somehow it finds a way.
Well, my tailor is in Nigeria. I love traditional ways. In Nigeria,
Yeah.
I wear just
Yeah.
natives, and he still gets it. It's just that he bills me more now.
Oh,
Because you're in.
He bills me way more now. But the guy is good. He's
Yeah.
really good.
And once you find a good tailor, that's it.
Yeah, if you find a good tailor, it's good you stick with the person.
Yeah.
Right. So, guys, do you have any skill that you wish you, or it's not like that on you guys? Your
I
part?
think I should have learned how to do graphics design. Why? The student association that I serve in as president needs, most of the time we need to print bills, we need to send flyers out, and for me, one of the things I wanted to fix was, amateur flyers does not cut people as. I'm into details more of, so I get to contract someone in Nigeria to do that,
Okay.
and I pay for every flyer till now. And then also for presentations in class. The lecturer tells you, just be creative. Just go ahead. Do something.
Yeah,
Do something.
yeah.
Don't do
Because
just
you get
slides.
more marks if you're creative.
Yeah. There are marks for being... So just do something awesome.
Yeah.
People do videos. People do slides, decks. People do
Like
animation.
some presentation
I saw
slides.
one animation. Did proper animation. If I were the lecturer, I'll give you all the free animation.
Yeah, yesterday your group presentation, your presentation slides were good too.
No. Like if I begin to tell you what happened yesterday, I had to use words to cover for those things. There were obvious mistakes. Jim Fanny is not saying this thing in Jesus' name. There were obvious mistakes in that slide. But I think because of the way I spoke over it and all that, the lecturer
You made it look good.
yeah, the lecturer
And how
felt
you were
I knew
talking,
what I was saying.
I know.
Absolutely.
We were just listening. Like, truth of the matter is, when other people were talking, some of us were just, but when you started talking, we were just like this. Even though you were talking, but we were still listening.
Yeah, I wasn't even following the slides. I was just, there's a slide at the back. You can follow that. Because I tried to move the concentration from that slide to what I was saying.
If we had focused, and it's true, we're not focusing on the slides.
Yeah.
We were listening to you.
Because if you had looked at that slide,
I think what that is brilliant. Because with the presentation, yes, if it's a kind of where like you are submitting the presentation and then also presenting, then that's where like your skills really matter per se. But if you're just presenting and you don't have to like submit the presentation for a grade, then
so I don't know what they're going to do now.
no, the truth is we later went to fix it after. It was too late at that point to present. We just had to do it like that. So we just told you when we wanted to submit something else, we just have to do, because then we didn't even answer the question. The question was, how does trip would you recommend trip to other province? We didn't touch it.
Wow.
So what were you guys doing for the
I had
past
to
1
answer
month?
it in my presentation, but we later did it anyway.
Who? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter who the people are in your group. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always had great.
I don't have that luck.
Oh, I've been so lucky. Your group mates are gonna see this and.
Yes, I did my Edward better see this thing.
I don't know if I should take this person because Bumi, we've been in a group
Not that
together
one,
before. Okay.
That one is online classes, normal class physical. Edward should see this thing. I'm not even hiding it.
Oh, but I did a good job.
Do you know how many corrections we did in class? Edward was it's pardonable because he was sick.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do researches. They did all the research.
Oh, so you decided to do the presentation.
Sorry.
Yeah, so they did the research. Next time, no, like then for
okay.
next time I'll do what I present. I just left it like there weren't too many things to do, so we just shared. Oh, you do this, you do that. I'm bringing it together.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's one thing about working in groups. It's for us to, learn from each
And
other.
it has helped. It has helped. You meet people.
Yeah.
You meet people.
You know how
you
to
make
deal with
friends, yeah.
various, people.
But I prefer oral exams. I would always take oral exams, like the one for Justin Longo. I preferred.
Guys, we had an oral exam. Some of us were struggling to even get, 3 over 5. Some people in this podcast had 5 over 5.
Of course, might be offered. So
It's you. You went to yob the lecturer.
I just think you never get it. If I'm a lecturer, I'll do my exams will be oral. because and you won't have to check your book or present any. Just tell me from what you know.
Yeah. He actually told us that you're not going to be looking your book. You have to talk to me. Like
I don't want to mention another name here. That's what killed him. That's why Justin gave him a very, very.
Who is that?
I think it was. You want me to be mentioning them? So
Who
they will
is that?
sue me
We
on your
want to know.
podcast. I think it was. He wanted to be organized.
Yeah.
So he presented his own slides. So he was looking and you know.
The oral exam.
No, he was looking and my first slide is my. So the lecture.
Was it Chisom?
No, it wasn't. Chisom had 4.2.
Oh wow.
And you know, right? Yeah. To everybody watching this podcast abroad, even if you are saying nonsense, your interviewer will be like, Even if you are saying rubbish, even if they will fail you, or if you will not pass that interview, they'll make you feel like.
Yeah, that's one thing that they don't do. Like, they will never make you feel bad or.
But I think it's a disadvantage for me. I don't know what you feel, Alfred, but you know, you even in class, we know that this guy they talk rubbish.
I know.
This person they talk nonsense, and they'll tell, okay, all right. Okay.
I think for them it's just being respectful.
Yeah,
and like. Yeah, I think it helps create that.
It still makes you confident.
It's a safe space
Yeah.
that like you have the right to say whatever you want,
But then
even if
disagree
it's
with me.
absolute nonsense. They will challenge you if it's absolutely critical. But I think for
Yeah.
many of them, it's like it's not worth it.
Or you're stepping on
know?
anybody's
Yeah,
toes.
I just think is the word. So for some of them, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
You just feel it's not
no,
worth it.
it's
What of
power
interviewers
to them?
when they know that this guy is not fit for our job now? And they'll still be saying, oh, okay, all right. I've not met interviewers like that, but I've had friends that will say, man, I went there and they were like,
I killed it.
next week.
I nailed
We
it.
are so sorry. And I just knew that was what happened because they would never, and I think that's good. But the problem I have with their HR is probably when they interview you or you send job applications, they don't get back. Most of them don't get back. They just
They only contact you if you
get
are
the
moving
job.
forward.
Yeah,
if
but
you
some
get the
too will
job.
tell you that we can move on to the next stage with you.
Not all of them.
Some, yes, not all of them.
I had one of them like that yesterday.
Oh, you had one?
There was like one of the post-secondary recruitment for like policy students to run Federal Department of Finance. Got back to me yesterday. They're like, we had enough Canadian citizens and permanent residents apply, so we'll not be moving forward with the application. I'm like,
And that's more painful.
it'd
For
be like
me,
that.
It's
I
more
don't know, like,
painful
let me
because-
even test.
Remove,
Like,
yeah.
it's not even, it's more painful because you're not dropping me because of my
qualifications.
You get.
Yeah.
And that's what I get when I got two rejections because of overqualification. I did interview and I knew but despite when they say, I know when I impressed you, I know. Like I know when I've impressed you, more like, so they're like, we're so sorry, you're overqualified for the role. And you ask them, is it your overqualification? Is it not me that came and said I need the job?
Yeah.
Why are you
What do you
concerned
mean I'm
about my life?
overqualified? Yeah.
It's my life. Let me use it. They just tell you, oh, we're so sorry you're overqualified. And that's like what he said. For the only reason why people should drop people from application should be, okay, merit, you're not. But when they start saying, oh, citizens, overqualification, I think it can be really devastating. And it's going to be a lot if you come to Canada.
I mean, yeah, I think that's one of the things you experience.
Yeah.
Like, there was one, like the part that pains is like all the work that goes into like drafting the resume and the cover letters and whatnot, and like answering the screening questions. Because I remember I did one for like Farm Credit Canada, and then I spent like so long on it, and then I applied, and immediately I got an email, and they're like, you're not a Canadian citizen. You can't move forward. I'm like, it didn't even pain me that was.
You
It
didn't
doesn't
even
pain me
look at
that how much work I put in.
Couldn't, like,
That like you couldn't even
check into
but,
the merit of what I
like,
applied for.
That's okay. It'd be like that sometimes. That's
You soon
I guess it's your country. You can do what you want.
you know.
Oh, your country.
No. I'm just saying, like in general,
Yes,
it's
in
like
our country you can do what you want.
yeah, but no, it's not that. It's not that. It's
But of course, you guys are living JSJS, so that you'll be hot cake everywhere. There's no JSJS alumni that is not an hot cake anyway. It's senior
Right,
policy
that's
analyst. Senior policy analyst.
I mean,
We hope so.
I mean, that's the hope. You move on to a new life and
Yeah.
you get that nice.
Also, we're
title.
graduating before you were.
You guys have to graduate. You want me to graduate? We are holding the fourth, we are holding the fourth for you guys.
Right.
We are very proud of you as a
Thank
student
you.
association, even if you guys are not paying your student dues to JSGS.
Wait, which student dues are we
Yes.
supposed to pay?
See, I'm pushing for that, Let me not even talk on this podcast. For this podcast, will cast me.
Right, sure. Yeah. So we're wrapping up today's episode. I don't know whether you have any final thing you want to add.
I think there are lots of opportunities here, and I would say don't put yourself into a box. Try everything, or at least how I try to live my life is like, I believe in luck, but I also believe in like positioning yourself so that like luck happens to you. Positioning yourself for good things to happen to you, and that could be achieving that extra skill, meeting that new person, engaging in that one extra conversation, attending that one extra seminar, obviously getting a driver's license, because like you don't want to be in a case where it's like, oh, you can't do this now because you don't have a driver's license. And yeah,
It might be too late, so you're better off doing it.
Yeah, and like do it once you start. Obviously, take your studies seriously because you're coming here as an international student, and your studies is like the most important thing. But like, you're also building a life here, and you want to do everything you can to make sure that you build as great a life as possible that you can.
Yeah. Sure.
You're asking me the same question.
Ban me. When the lecture calls him, ban me.
Ban me.
Ban me, boy.
I don't know why they call me.
Ban me. I think it's a cool name.
It
I
does.
prefer that to Boomy. Ban me.
You're now telling him.
God will bless you.
Wow.
Ghanaians have that trait all the time. But for me, right, I think basically everything ends and starts for me with networking, meeting people as much as you can, meeting important people, not apologies or due respect to people that love clubbing and all that. It's easy to get carried away here, and it's easy to also meet very meaningful persons. I think you should find your own community, even if your community is a community of smokers. Just find your just find your community.
That's true. You never know.
Yeah, just find your community, find your people. You can't survive in isolation. You need people to watch out for you. You need people to give you an ear. You breathe information.
Yeah. I'm sure if you had met the right people who had advised you to buy the car, because
yeah,
you wouldn't
no,
have had that
I
reason.
think what happened to me was I had somebody who cared so much that like, no, you go broke. Don't do it.
Is it the
I don't
lady
want
I
you
know?
to grow broke. He's a guy. Don't go and say something in your podcast that will make my only shot at love break up with me.
Only shot at love. Wait. What? Sorry. Only shot at what? What? Sorry. Explain.
So
I feel like I've missed something here.
Alfred, I'm not explaining to you.
No. Like, I mean, it's three of us in this conversation, and I feel like there was something that just happened that I missed, and now I want to know. No. You guys,
Alfred,
like,
I'm not
talk
going
over my
to
head.
explain. All I'm saying is I had maybe a friend that is a guy, like he feels, okay, here, just conserve your money. You get to pay for rent. You get to just don't do that yet. Just look at everything. And it's coming from a very good place, and I understand that. But I just feel like I should maybe have risked it. I wouldn't have died.
And at least, with the car, you could, like, yes, he was right. It's a big undertaking because, like, it's not just the initial cost of the car, the insurance, and your the maintenance and everything, but also, look, you could use the car to make money for yourself.
Yeah, so it's more like I know and I understand where it's coming from. I understand where I'm coming from, and again, but then it's been an amazing support, awesome support, and that's to say, you need people, and you necessarily do not have to know people before you meet people here. And I can tell you, Africans are the best to themselves outside Africa.
That is true.
We love ourselves outside our home. at least to an extent.
Yes.
You know, it might not be all
There's a
deep
caveat.
love.
Yeah.
But then you don't get to meet an African here and you ask them questions and they won't answer you.
Yeah.
Half, like 70% of them would want to
We are
ask.
connected.
Yeah, you know, would want to always help. For example, I know that even when one of my friends came, you know him very well. Before I would not go and mention Chisom's name, but I've mentioned it now. But when he came, it was Alfred I helped with his first job and all that. So
Right.
you don't get to come in and see people not help.
Yeah.
They would want to be, okay, I experienced this. I don't want you to experience it.
Exactly.
So reach out as
Yeah.
much as you can.
Yeah.
Just try and reach out as much. Networking and information. Now, what you don't know, people will not come and meet you and give it to you. You like miss
No.
it.
It's true.
Like don't miss
Yeah.
it. Sometimes you just have to demand.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, you can have it actually.
I
That's why
understand.
they never advertise scholarships. Like
Yeah.
that is so crazy to me. They have the money in the budget. They would not advertise it.
Ever.
And it would rather they're okay
You
with
need
it
to
going
ask.
unclaimed.
And if you
Than
apply, they will
ask,
give you.
like and yes, if you apply, they'll
Apply,
give
they'll
you,
give
but
you.
they won't tell
They
you.
won't tell
Yeah.
you. Just like stores will not tell you they match prices.
You know?
You know, you can tell them, I can get this somewhere in another store. And like, are you sure?
Sure. They'll
Can you
ask you
give-
to show it to them.
show
If
it?
it's on
you
their
show them,
website,
they'll match it.
they'll just match
Yeah,
it.
especially like electronics or like Best Buy
Yes.
or whatever.
They'll match
Yeah.
They'll match it.
So all those things, it's information.
Yeah. How would you
A
know?
friend can tell
until-
you, like, guy,
Yeah.
go to this place, so this is what is happening, and then you just, I never knew you could get a very good shoe at some point last year. I never knew you get a very good shoe. And I think, how much did you get that shoe? $12. Awesome.
I bought a
Where
shoe
at?
at $5.
Awesome. Walmart in a particular place, new awesome designer shoe.
Man.
And then somebody just me go this
Go
place,
there.
ask this, ask that.
Move to this
and then I
direction.
and I was like, oh yeah, you can. And they took all the discounts, took it off, and you're left with I think $12 or $11
That's crazy.
for a shoe of $65.
Yeah.
Gee.
So
But
information,
you couldn't have gotten it
and
if
you can
didn't
stay
know.
5 years here and you will not know.
You know.
Information rules the world. Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah. Especially this world.
Yeah,
So-
especially this world.
Yeah.
You know, Africans we don't have secrets. People like Ghanaians too, they don't have secrets. So, so yeah, they're secret. You're a servant to what you don't know. So
Yeah.
networking for me, you need to meet people.
Yeah.
And apologies to for all the Ghanaians that liked me in the comment section for the last video. Shout out to you. You're welcome to Nigerian time. But for the one that will insult me in the podcast, we are together. I'm not.
I think I already know one of them.
you do?
Situa is going to make a comment. I know that for a fact.
He's going to mention Alfie. I didn't say Alfie. I mean, she would say Alfie.
Why is she calling Alfred Alfie?
I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I don't respond anytime.
Please don't.
She calls
Why is
me
she
that.
calling Alfred Alfie like a sweet name? Does she know that?
That's what I said. Alfie is a term of
Oyibo
endearment.
people use gun. Just tell her now. Your address is not hard to use. They have gun license. So this is not Africa.
Guys, this is the end of today's show. Kindly remember to subscribe to the Hack
Sorry.
There's no dialogue. Call him Alfred Colette. That's it. And I love you. I don't want you to get hurt, please. Call
You
him
just
Alfred.
got Alfred.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's where we bring today's episode to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. You can also please let me know in the comment section other topics that you would want us to discuss on this podcast. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.